So hello there. I thought I can wait now 3 days until I have to feed my caterpillars again, but I was wrong, because the caterpillars that eat the ligustrum, they have already eaten all of the plant stuff that I gave them, and so I have to change the fodder for them today. If you want to see that, you go to the German channel, you can see it there, and I'm sure you understand even if you don't understand German there. But what we will try to see now is how they grow on Prunus lauro-cerasus, because this seems to be a little bit a more difficult plant for them to eat than this ligustrum, because it has a very much more harder texture, the leaves, and I've also seen that they don't grow so fast on Prunus lauro-cerasus, but all the same we have to take them out and control them, have a look how they grow, what they do, whether they are already L4 or not. But here at first view you can already see that they are L4. Look here on this small branch, you can see an L4 with the yellowish head, and I think they're on this relatively fresh twigs, there are some of them, and I will take them away and replace a lot of the plant material, because this can now be a little bit too dry for them, so they have the chance to change to some better food. So here's an L4. Some of the twigs, they don't seem so bad here, like this is an L. This is a L3, just in the moment of molting. So you can see the head capsule, the black one, and over it is already the yellowish head capsule of the L4 larva. And yes, here we see a lot of them. No, they are not so small. I thought they were smaller, but here on this pretty green twig we can find some of them. They are sitting underneath this freshly looking, not so deep dark green like the other leaves. They seem to like more the really fresh leaves of Prunus lauro-cerasus, because they are a little smoother and softer and probably easier to eat. So here you see a lot of them. And now let's see what the others do, whether they also eat on the harder twigs here. Yeah, here I see a larva, a caterpillars underneath this kind of leaf. They are also a little bit light green, but also here you can see they have eaten half of this leaf, and also here from this twig they have eaten parts away, like this leaf for example is completely eaten, but the others not, so it's difficult to say what's the reason for that. Probably if there are more of them here and more of them bigger ones, so like this, that they probably will eat this also. Also, they don't suck up so much water as the ligustrum. Here you just, I think these twigs I can leave here, because they seem pretty fresh. I just changed the water here. And it's also good that you close the lid with a plastic thing, because they sometimes, when they are kind of thirsty, they go down the twigs and they would follow until the water. If there's no plastic lid, they would fall into the water and die there. So now let's see here, dried up. Also this twig is a little bit too dry, but here underneath this leaf we see some of them. And yes, here these two L3 and one L4. Yes, but I think it's good that we change some of the material now, so they can go to another. Here I see two of a pretty dried out leaf on the bottom of the box, and also the frass pellets of in this box. They are pretty much smaller than in the box of ligustrum, where the caterpillars are of course also a lot bigger now. So now here, let's see what we can do with them here. This seems okay here. I will try to just put here some more water and replace twig. So I think here they can find some food also. And now let's see for the others. So we have more of them. We have also these 4 of these boxes, but of course we had not so many caterpillars in this box than in the other with the ligustrum leaves. So here all the water is sucked up, so I replace these 2, and then I think I just place the new fodder plants just together with the others. Here's a fresh twig, and also here you can remove the frass material and just replace the twigs like this. Also here the water is used up already. This twig looks very good and fresh, and there's also a little caterpillar in here that have eaten parts of the leaves already, so I hope he feels well here. Also, what's here? Oh, look here, some nice caterpillars underneath this leaf, so we will just replace the water in this. Yeah, it's pretty much sucked up already. So I think here we don't have to replace so many plants as with the other box of ligustrum. That's because we don't have so many of the caterpillars in here. But here's a new fresh twig from outside, and I place 2 of the twigs with from the old material in here. Now we have changed already 2 of the boxes. This goes fast here because there are not so many caterpillars, but in the other box it was a real work of half an hour to just take all the caterpillars away from the old twigs and replace them completely with new twigs. So here, this is interesting here. This one, it seems to be a nice place for them to live, because underneath this twig here we see a lot of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 of them or more. So I just leave them like this and replace only the water for the plant, so they can stay here and eat. But you see that this, from the size, if you compare it to the size of the caterpillars on ligustrum, you will see that they are a lot behind compared to the development of the caterpillars with ligustrum. So it seems to be a bit more difficult kind of a fodder plant for them than this ligustrum. Although I try to give them really nice new material, so they have not a bad food here in this container. And this is another one that we can have a look. Here I see practically no caterpillars on none of the twigs. This is interesting. So this one, no, there's absolutely no one. Interesting to see. So it said that they like to eat in groups until they are around L3, L4 stage. In L4 stage, it's typical that they start living on their own and don't join the groups anymore. Here also, this is a nice pair of caterpillars under this leaf. I just add some water, close it again, and I think this I will need. So this seems to be a plant that is much more eaten up than the others. Also this one I won't change. If they want, they can change themselves. They are waiting underneath this leaf. Oh, but probably I can cut away the dried out leaves here on the top. We don't need them anymore. And also these eaten up leaves, they dry up out very quickly. If the caterpillars start eating on the leaves, they can dry out very fast. And here also we have a new bushel of Prunus lauro-cerasus, and we just placed the old one with the caterpillars on beside it. Also this one, so they can change. And now let's have a look in the terrarium whether we find something. Here is a caterpillar that I found. We have to clean that. So I mean, it's not said that they will be smaller as adults than the ones on ligustrum. Probably they only take longer, but let's see what happens here. And you will know it first. If you subscribe this channel, you will have the chance to see every new addition to this Skyfood channel about edible insects and others. Thanks for watching.